Hello, my guys. Welcome to another episode of the Microwave Kicks. Wow. Reports coming in now. It's a year we go for Florian Wirtz from Bayern Leverkusen to Liverpool with a record 150 million euros, record rising to 150 million euros and over 120 million pounds. The record for any English team buying any player from within the league or outside the league. Wow. What a move for Liverpool. This saga has been dragging for quite some time. At some point, Real Madrid was actually interested, but pulling this off for Liverpool is a very huge one. So that means that particular amount that Liverpool actually wanted to buy Caicedo for, they kept it. Yeah, here's the money, man. Florian Wirtz, welcome to Liverpool. Is that a good deal for me? Absolutely. You know, is it worth the amount? I don't think so. The transfer market these days has been so inflated that a player with 10 goals and 10 assists in the league in 25 league games is sold for this amount of money. But it's not just about the output at this point. It's about the potential he has and how young he is and how good he is and how he can adapt to any style of play. You know, he's been so pivotal to Bayer Leverkusen winning the double last season, you know, and also this season this season ending he has been so good for Bayer Leverkusen. It's such a huge deal for Liverpool, and this is a step further because this Liverpool team just won the Premier League and they are adding so much quality into the squad. They are not selling and they are buying, you know, they are imputing so much quality into the squad. It's such a huge one. I think he will smash it. I think he's going to do well in the Premier League. But the fear and the question remains, how about if he flops? Because it's possible. And also the fact is that having that kind of, you know, amount of price tag on your shoulders playing in the Premier League, anything you do will be scrutinized. Anything you do will be really looked into. And I wish him all the best coming to the Premier League. Is this a good move for me? Yes, it is. But trust me, that price tag is such a huge one. And I just hope it delivers. I hope Slot find a way to, you know, integrate him into the squad, make him so comfortable, make him very pivotal to the Liverpool squad, and at the end of the day he will thrive. I just hope, you know, they get a striker that can convert the chances this guy can create, because this guy is like the coming of another De Bruyne into the Premier League. He creates so many chances, he's skillful, he has an eye for goal, he has penetrating passes, he has his defense splitting passes. That's how absolutely interesting this guy is coming into the Premier League, you know. And also for the Liverpool team, this is not the only signings that will be coming into the team. They already signed Frimpong. Kekez will be confirmed anytime soon. Florian Wirtz right now, that's him coming into the Premier League. He's coming to light up the Premier League as well. They are also interested in Barcola. They are also interested in Isak. What a squad that will be. What a squad that will be. See, that will be one of the most scaring kind of team in the history of the Premier League. What a team that will be. Already with Salah in the team, Szoboszlai, you know, so many players, quality in that team, full of experience, you know, full of leadership, you know, leaders full, you know, in that team. It's going to be an interesting one, you know, obviously. Now let's look at the Manchester City team. Who have they bought this season that has made them improve their squad? Obviously, they are losing the likes of Kevin De Bruyne. You know, Jack Grealish is going to leave. Kyle Walker is going to leave. Majority of the players, like John Stones, might leave. You know, as well as Gundogan might also leave. So who are they bringing into this team as replacement? They started rebuilding after how bad the team has been, you know, prior to December, and in January they started rebuilding. They brought in the likes of Mamouche, they brought in the likes of Kuzenov, they brought in the likes of Reyes. That is one part of the aspect of the rebuild. Also, they changed their assistant coach. They brought in Pep Linders and one other coach as well again. And now for the players for Manchester City, they brought in the likes of Cherki, one of the most exciting young players in Europe. playing for Lyon, how good he is, how he has lit up the French League One. It's a really an exciting signing for Manchester City. They also brought Ait-Nouri from Wolves to play at left back. They also brought Reijnders from AC Milan to play in the midfield. Such an exciting signings. They are also interested in Livramento as well from Newcastle. I think that deal is still on, and they brought in a third choice goalkeeper in Brettinelli. So these teams are recruiting heavily. These teams are doing their business in time. These teams are doing what they are supposed to do, to get to the pinnacle and to compete at the highest level and to compete for the Premier League. So it's really a good one seeing teams like this. That is why they are favorite to me to win the EPL come next season. Now, what are these teams actually doing differently? Now, let's see what Manchester City and Liverpool are doing differently from Chelsea in terms of going about their business, and how their transfer strategy has been, this summer. It's been really crazy. Let's compare how this summer has been. Let's compare how it has been in the last couple of years for Chelsea, Manchester City, and Liverpool that has made them win the Premier League, in recent times. In last year, it was Liverpool, the previous 3 times in a row or 4 times in a row, it's been Manchester City. So let's see what these teams actually do differently, to keep up this level of consistency, to keep up this level of competitiveness going into the season. The first thing they've done is strategic signings, and that is what I'm talking about, that Liverpool know where they lack. They know that, they need some kind of marquee signing in the team. They know they need competition in the team. They know they need a very big name in the team. And if you watch, let's start from the defense. Losing Trent Alexander-Arnold, they know they needed a replacement, and they went for a proven player. They went for a player with experience. Even if he's young and he has the youthful experience, they still went for somebody who has that attacking instincts like, Alexander-Arnold, which is Frimpong. Now, to the left back, they know that Robertson hasn't been doing so well. He's getting age. He doesn't have the pace like he used to in the past. What did they do? They went to bring somebody like Kekez in, even if it's not confirmed yet, but Kekez will definitely play for Liverpool next season. Kekez has been one of the most exciting players in the Premier League in last season. So bringing Kekez from Bournemouth actually helps Liverpool, going forward, and how aggressive they want to be, how good they want to be in the build-up, and how sharp they want to be going forward in attack as well. Now, not just that, they as well brought in Florian Wirtz, like I just explained now, that they needed the marquee signing. They needed somebody who could create something out of nothing when the going gets hard or when they are playing against a low block team. Now, not just that, they are actually interested in Barcola. They want to give competition to the likes of Diaz and Gakpo. Now, they are also interested in Isak. If eventually these signings actually come, I'm trying to explain what strategic signings is. Making them understand that this is where we need these players, making their directors know this is where I need this player, this is where I need this player, and that is exactly what they are going for. If Isak comes to that team and completes that team, that will be one of the most scary teams in the EPL this season. Now, when I come to strategic signings, now let's go to Manchester City. They are losing Kevin De Bruyne. What do? They went into the market, they brought Cherki. Now, they know that Cherki has a very high ceiling ahead of him. He has a very bright future ahead of him. That's why they went into the market and get one of the most exciting young player in Europe to replace Kevin De Bruyne. That's Cherki. All right? Now, Ait-Nouri, they know that they've not had a proper left back, since Mendy in the Premier League for a while. And, the one they have right now can as well play as a centre back and a left back. So they need somebody that's exciting as a proper left back or a proper left wing back. And they went in and brought Ait-Nouri. They know what they need. Now, Kyle Walker is leaving. They know they got Reijnders, but Reijnders will not immediately adapt to the Premier League. Now, that's why they are interested in Livramento. Now, they see that Gundogan is getting old. He's not doing what he's meant to do in terms of, how he affects the game and everything. They went to bring Reijnders. So they have strategic signings. That's one thing that helps a team build. That's one thing that helps a team win trophies. Not signing any kind of players because you have an opportunity in the market, but signing those players that are needed for this team, both in experience and in youth mixed together in one player. That is what Liverpool and Manchester City are actually doing to compete for the Premier League for next season. Now, apart from strategic signing, what else are Liverpool doing? They are mixing experience with youth, like I just explained. They are not just buying potential young players. They are buying players that already have experience, or 50% of experience that they need to, thrive in the Premier League. They're not buying 18, 17-year-olds. No, they're not buying 20-year-olds. They are buying players of 23, 24, 25 who have experience already to thrive in the Premier League, and that is what they are going for. Now, what else are these teams actually going for? They have one thing that is working for Manchester City and Liverpool in the last couple of years that has actually showed their stability in the team is managerial stability. These teams don't change coaches every year. Klopp was there for so long, over 8 to 9 years. Pep Guardiola has been there since 2016. That's over 10 years now. Close to 10 years or so. So these are the things. They have managerial stability in the team. They are not the kind of thing that changes coaches every summer. Let's give a holistic view of how this coach has actually done this season. And let's see if we're going to sack him or not. No. Not like Chelsea. No. Not like Manchester United. They have managerial stability, and that is what has helped them in actually winning these trophies and making them even compete more. Managerial stability. It helps, in actually making your team compete at the highest level. One of the things also they actually help, they kept the core of the team. In as much as Liverpool have lost Trent Alexander-Arnold, they still make sure they extend the deals of Salah. They still make sure they extend the deals of. They still make sure they extend the deals of Van Dijk. They still make sure they kept Robertson in. They kept those core of the team in. That is what you need in actually making your team compete at the highest level. Not just the fact that you want to sign potential players. These are not potential FC. These are teams who are ready to compete now and in the future. They kept the core of the team. Look at Manchester City. Yes, some players might not be playing full time, but they still kept them. Bernardo Silva is still there. That's one of the senior players in that squad. Gundogan, they brought Gundogan back because of experience. Those teams, those players in that squad, they kept them in there. Ruben Diaz, most of them, they kept them in there. They kept the core of the team. That is the mentality they have, because they are competing now and they are also competing for the future. So that is how you compete. Not just wasting and selling every experienced player because probably they are running out of contract, or probably they don't have anything to offer at this point, or probably they've lost form. You let them go. No, your dressing room needs that leadership. That's why you have those players in there to actually help integrate the younger ones into the team. Now let's move to the last points concerning why these two teams are favorite for the Premier League next season. They go into every competition with the intentions of winning it. All right, they don't go into competitions like the Premier League and say, okay, we want to qualify for top 4. No, they go into those competitions with the intentions of winning. If it's the Champions League, okay, we are going there to win it. If it's the Premier League, we are going to it's not that we are not in the title race. No. That is not how to give experience. That's not how to give, the morale to your players. They always have that at the back of their mind. We are going into this competition to win it. And that's what has been helping Manchester City for winning the Premier League 4 times in a row. They go in there to win it. That is the aim. That is the dream. That is the vision of the team. That is how you compete. You don't compete with the fact that you want to get to the quarterfinals, you want to get to the semi-final. No, your mindset has to change. That is the mindset mentality. That's the mentality that follows this thing. That is why Manchester City and Liverpool, all right, are the favorites to win the Premier League for next season. Please tell me what you think about Florian Wirtz. Tell me what you think about the Liverpool signings, the Manchester City signings. Let me know what you think concerning these two teams. If you have not subscribed, please hit this subscribe button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Please don't forget to hit the like button. I'm expecting 100 likes for this video. Until I come away again next time, I remain your boy Mike Way. Stay cool. Cheers.